Ilhan Omar during a town hall last night.
We are Minnesota strong, and we will stay resilient in the face of whatever they might throw at us.
The incident took place amid outrage over the deaths of 2 U.S. citizens by federal agents. It's leading to bipartisan calls for Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to resign. North Carolina Republican Thom Tillis voted to confirm her nomination.
I think if Noem looks at her body of work, I could not be. If I were in her position, I can't think of any point of pride over the last year. She's got to make her own decision, or the president does, but she has taken this administration into the ground on an issue that we should own.
President Trump says he has no plan to ask Noem to resign.
I think she's doing a very good job. The border is totally secure.
A U.S. judge has temporarily blocked a 5-year-old boy and his father from being deported after federal agents arrested the dad in the driveway of their home in Minneapolis last week. Loyola Law's Lori Levinson.
The father and son are now in family detention in Texas near San Antonio. But the judge nonetheless said that they cannot be removed from the United States because it's unclear whether all of their rights have been protected.
The families from Ecuador seeking asylum here. Breaking news from Amazon. The company says it'll lay off about 16,000 corporate employees as the company focuses on AI. Millions of people in the South are still shivering through a deep freeze with no heat. Power out for many still after a massive winter storm. Louis Aarons counting his blessings in Nashville.
We were lucky enough to get our hands on a generator, and so we're warm, but we're being patient. You know, we're luckier than some other people.
There's no end to the bitter cold in sight. CBS's Katie Weiss from Oxford, Mississippi.
The temperatures are expected to go back down into the teens, to get pretty frigid. And, there's still a lot of ice accumulation that has not melted, especially in hardest hit towns like Oxford and further north near the Tennessee border.
New report from the American Lung Association gives the Trump administration failing grades on smoking prevention. The group's policy director, Thomas Carr.
In 2025, the federal tobacco control landscape fundamentally changed with CDC's Office of Smoking and Health being virtually eliminated and FDA's Center for Tobacco Products experiencing significant staffing cuts.
Dow futures up 18. This is CBS.
Follow and listen to CBS News Roundup on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's ring in the new year by finally checking off something that actually matters. Your old videotapes and photos are fading more every year. VCRs are disappearing, and the clock is ticking to save your family's most important memories. Hi, I'm Adam Maslauger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box to help you preserve your memories by converting all your videotapes, photos, and film reels into digital files. And this year, it's easier than ever.
Introducing our biggest kit yet, able to hold up to 80 videotapes or film reels or 2,000 photos. It's perfect for big collections. You can even send in old DVDs, memory cards, flip phones, or early generation iPhones.
Legacy Box is truly the easiest New Year's resolution you'll ever keep. Just fill your box and send it in. As the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos, all work is done in the U.S., and we're trusted by over 1 million families.
Start the new year right by rescuing the moments you haven't watched in years. Go to legacybox.com/radio for an incredible 55% off. That's legacybox.com/radio for 50%.
News and weather brought to you this hour by Flora Animal Hospital, where we treat your pets like our own. Visit our website, floraanimalhospital.com.
Gas station canopies collapse. People go to the hospital. Today, sunny and 48. Tonight, partly cloudy and 24. Thursday, another day to thaw out with a high at 52 and sunny. A frigid weekend ahead, though, with 28 for the projected high Saturday. With news on 103.9 WIAB, I'm Chris Davis. The heavy ice and other frozen precipitations were just too much, apparently, for 2 gas station canopies, which came down Tuesday on top of cars and people in Greenville. One was at a place called Rick's Express, and at least 10 people were taken to the hospital with injuries described as minor to major. Another was at the Be Quick, where one person was hurt. 2 more people have died because of the storm, says Governor Tate Reeves, who said in posts on Facebook Tuesday that a person died in Alcorn County and that someone else died in Lafleur County. People are also reported to have died in Hinds and Tishomingo counties. As far as power restoration goes, 40,000 more people have lights, says the governor, and MEMA. The companies that are working on getting the lights back on have help from people from other states who are on contract to come here and help get our lights back on. Capital murder and armed carjacking are two of the charges against 44-year-old Farce Antonio Pickens, and authorities say those were separate happenings. Pickens was arrested Monday in Jackson by Capitol Police. Toby Price can have his job back, says the Mississippi Court of Appeals. That court ruled that Hinds County Schools had no reason to fire him from Gary Rhodes. Price was sacked after reading the book I Need a New Butt to a second grade class on Read Across America Day. One court said the school was in the right to let him go, and the higher court said no. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, chip away at the storm. Chip away, that's what I'm gonna do. Sweet little mama, I wanna get next to you.
And good. Wednesday morning. It is the Chip Matthews Show all across the land and all across Facebook in some places. For some reason, the Chip Matthews stream on the Chip Matthews page is not there, but the Mad About Madison County and the Chip Matthews Show page is up and running. I see people popping in here and there. Me and the Restream and the StreamYard people are going to scrap this week. We're going to get this figured out. But anyway, lots of things going on in the world. Of course, every day, yesterday, Roger Matthews, good morning. Let me turn you off. And also good morning to Mike Hudson and Billy Hudson.
Good morning.
Cousins and cousins.
Yeah.
And brothers. Yeah. Okay. But anyway, also let me tell you this. They didn't let us know everything yesterday because of the cold weather. I thought that because of the cold weather that the Kim Wade birthday had been canceled.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I really thought. And then I found out that you can't cancel a birthday.
No.
So, happy birthday to Kim Wade.
Yes, happy birthday.
You need to sing the whole song.
No. Everybody would turn us off.
That's why we had to cut your camera off. Okay, y'all.
I'll let you slide.
Okay, so yesterday was allegedly Kim Wade Day, and we missed it. So we'll make that up on Friday.
We will.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do on Friday?
We're gonna have Kim Wade Day.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll have Kim Wade Day. We will talk to the powers that be at the steakhouse, and we will prepare him a steakhouse dinner at the
Fork and Flame.
Fork and Flame there at the restaurant, and kick that off, and we'll have Kim Wade Day at the restaurant.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Mm-hmm.
And have all of his friends over.
You think well, I don't know about all that.
What?
Well, yeah, we can.
I mean, it's his day.
We all can pitch in and buy him a steak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can handle that.
Everybody, that'll work. Mm-hmm. But anyway, also today here at the radio station, I'm officially calling it Chad White Morning.
Oh, really?
Chad White will be in this morning on the Clay Edwards Show. So let's get everybody warmed up on those subject matters of the Chad White things. I mean, because Chad White is the man, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. He's the only person that, and I mean, I would love to see him expose the Republican Party as not being on the same page. Because basically a judge yesterday was looking at the two sides of the case where they're trying to decide, is Lynn right or is Shad White right? Not White. He is Shad White, but he's Shad White.
Yeah.
And it says in the law that that once the office,
Mm-hmm.
the auditor brings forward a case, that the attorney general shall prosecute the case.
Okay.
But if she's saying that if she doesn't feel like it's a good case, she's not going to do it. Yeah, that's where the breakdown in the system comes forward. And in the past, when we had a Democrat sitting in the attorney general's chair, everybody blamed it on the rule that they didn't go forward with stuff because there was a Democrat in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now that there's Republican, I mean, and technically even then, the law said shall. The shall's, I mean, we might have to look that up on the break and see what the definition of shall means.
Yeah.
Maybe Lynn needs to understand, because I know that in the other areas of the government, when we carried election fraud information to her,
Mm-hmm.
that said that and we finally got Michael Watson on board with us. It took forever to get that. But once you come in with checks and can prove that they don't, we had actual payroll checks of people that were paid by the Madison County Board of Supervisors, the election commission that approved for these people to work in polling places in District 4 and 5 that were not eligible to be poll workers. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We carried it to him. And it was the first time that Michael Watson was then put on the hot seat to where he had to go forward. Because in the past, I got the hum. Even when his attorney backed me in something that I brought forward, he hummed out of that, But he couldn't hum out of that. So he forwarded it to Lynn Fitch's office.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lynn Fitch's office said, this is nothing. We're not going to prosecute that. It's not that important. And
election fraud is not that important.
And she sent us a letter.
Yeah.
A letter. We have a letter signed by Lynn Fitch.
Don't you have it framed?
Not yet, but I think we should frame it and put it on the wall there at the politically motivated Beethoven's boardwalk. Because I look at these things and just go, people just don't believe. Then I got my own radio show because of all of that.
You did?
Yeah. Well, I'm that, I also got my own radio show because, nobody else is foolish enough to get up at this hour and come on the radio and talk. But anyway, consistently.
Yes.
Consistently. Except for me and Farmer Jim Neal back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And the Feist dog.
Yeah. Farmer Jim.
Your Feist dog.
Mm-hmm.
You're my Feist dog.
No.
How about that?
I got Charlie down there in the truck. He can be your Feist dog.
Okay. But anyway, when we look at these things, though, and she did not prosecute in election crimes, the Attorney General's office seems to me like when she first went in office, I'll never forget, she came out and said that she was going to enforce the residency requirement for everybody that was running for office. And that residency requirement meant you were going to live in where you were running for the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Canton carried them to court. Everybody running for judge, there was 4 or 5 of them that didn't live where they were supposed to live. We had 13, and nobody came in. Nobody came and did anything. Nobody from the state showed up to help enforce the law. They left it on their own to do it. And then, of course, it got kicked under the rug and everybody was put on the ballot and corruption continued.
Right.
Okay. Never mind, some of those people are now going to jail that were a part of that election. Oh, well, they're already reported. I saw their little orange outfits on the other day. And we have plenty more orange outfits for many more politicians as the time goes by. And I'd like to see them all wearing them. But, when you look at all this fraud that has gone on in not just elections, but in state government and the oversight, and it's like, we know those people have been taking the money for years. We're just not going to do anything about it.
Right.
And Shad's going, why?
Now they've flagrantly taken it because they've gotten away with it for so long.
I mean,
now they just take $2.7 million. You know, well, it's no big deal.
Well, that's
they
one
don't care.
That
Nobody's
was one guy.
watching.
That was one guy.
Yeah.
And then you got whoever it was that took the money in Madison County.
Yeah, that's what I was speaking of.
Oh, that 2.7 because DiBiase's is 2.7 too. It's amazing that they had a figure.
Yeah.
Everybody get their 2.7 million
now
out.
they
Let's
got
get the
these,
heck out of here.
Now that these billions of dollars are running in our state,
when you're talking,
it's not hard for them to take millions.
That's
when
right.
it used to just be hundreds of thousands.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the problem. I mean, when you start stealing, it just gets bigger. You just constantly the number gets bigger and bigger. And now we're looking at all these AI plants and all that coming into the state. And you're looking at who's stealing from us now. Well, the government is still stealing from us, because if we're paying, okay, we got rid of taxes, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We raised taxes, but we didn't on gas and stuff like that. We, what else did we do?
No, we decreased gas prices. We got rid of taxes, but they increased the fuel tax.
They increased the fuel tax. Trump got the prices down.
Yeah.
Then we're taking some more money. Okay, we can take some more money that needs to go to the cheap people. The people that not cheap people, the people that are less fortunate in their income needs. And we'll give the 10,000 of them, we'll call it education freedom, and they can go to school wherever they want. But they can't. We're not going to pay for them to get there. We're not going to pay for this. We're not going to pay for that.
That's right.
So all of a sudden, now you got a slush fund that they're putting together for somebody else to put some. I mean, all this money goes different places. Why ain't it simple enough to where, just like at the restaurant, a bill comes in, you pay the bill.
That's right.
Okay. Bill comes in, you pay the bill. And then the auditor could just say, we got these bills coming up this month.
Mm-hmm.
These are the bills that we're going to pay. And that would be it. There wouldn't be any political wrangling over. I mean, you only have the money that we have given you, state legislators. We gave you that money. You're broke. Your balance sheet should say you got no money at the end of the year. You're not supposed to make money off the people. But y'all got a rainy day fund for this and a little bit of that, and it's fully funded. And then we have some overage here and some setback over here. And we got this check that we got in for this as one-time money. We're going to take that and we're going to build an internet system that works in the rural communities. Of course, we don't have that. We can't even
be outdated.
We can't even get electricity where we need to. Oh, well, let's take a break. We'll be back. Remember, it is Shad White Day here this morning on the Clay Edwards Show. So we're going to be here and we're going to pump it up. If y'all got something you want to say or something you want to talk to him about, please give us a call at
601-879-0002.
Yeah, we're going to help move this agenda on down the road. We'll be right back on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB. Yeah, we're going to help move this agenda on down the road. We'll be right back on the
1039 WYAB.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
Grizz Nation, get to FedEx Forum in Memphis for a Saturday night showdown between your Memphis Grizzlies and the Minnesota Timberwolves on January 31st at 7 p.m. And arrive early with the first 5,000 fans through the door receiving a Classic Edition Super Grizz Squish toy. Grab your tickets today at grizzlies.com/tickets or at the FedEx Forum box office in Memphis.
Pack up the kiddos, hop in the car. It's a sweet little getaway, it's not too far.
For candy, chocolate, sweets, and treats. Smiles from the door to the back row seats.
Hey! Mississippi Candy Company, bringing kids and the memories.
Grandma, Grandpa, come and see. It's an excellent trip for the whole family. Down D's Drive-In Gluckstadt. Mississippi Candy Company.
That's where it's at.
Hey kids, ask your parents and grandparents to go right now.
Hi, this is Lee Atkins of Home Care Plus in Ridgeland. We are a proud carrier of Abena Premium Incontinence products. Abena has the most absorbency available, making changes and leaks less likely. After 7 years as a seller, I can tell you these products are amazing and worth every penny to quality of life for patient and caregiver. And we ship all incontinence products as well. So please come see us at Home Care Plus in Ridgeland for all the incontinence needs of you or your family member. That's Home Care Plus in Ridgeland.
Attention homeowners and business owners. Complete Exteriors is now Elite Roofing and Gutters. Are your roof and gutters storm ready? The folks at Elite are your local experts in storm protection. Now is the time for an inspection and for proactive solutions that ensure your roof and gutters can withstand any storm. Get up to a possible $250 rebate on a new roofing system for all active military, veterans, and retirees. Online at EliteRoofer.com.
Hello, friends and neighbors. This is David Frederick. I'm here to tell you about the latest development here at Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. In an effort to always bring you the very best brands, I am proud to announce that Frederick Sales and Service is Central Mississippi's newest dealer for Skag zero-turn mowers and products. We have deals on one of the industry's best brands of zero-turn mowers, Skag. You can buy now and pay later because 0% financing is also available at Frederick's. Come see our inventory. We're here serving you for over 3 decades in Brandon since 1993.
Hey guys, this is Casey Ellis with Ellis Autoplex located on Highway 471 in Brandon. Ellis Autoplex, known as Little Truck City, is your old school mom and pop style dealership that's family owned and operated. We specialize in 4-wheel drive trucks, but don't worry, we have cars and SUVs too. Looking to sell your vehicle? Bring it by Ellis Autoplex where we pay fair market value and we cut you a check on the spot. Need your vehicle service or repaired? We can handle that too. Shop us online or set your appointment at ellisautoplex.com. That's ellisautoplex.com.
Hey, this is Ben Ingram from the Braves Radio Network. We're in commercial right now, so I want to let my sister take over and tell you about Hometown Property Group.
Thanks, Ben. This is Mary Claire Putman with Hometown Property Group. Whether you're buying or selling, we are committed to guiding you through your real estate transaction with integrity, exceptional service, and remarkable results. Madison County has been my home for 40 years. I'd love to help make it yours too.
That's Hometown Property Group. Give them a call at 601-853-6080.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
I am Chip Matthews. She is, of course, Dawn McKenzie. This is, of course, the Chip Matthews Show, brought to you by
Pierce Professional Agency.
Yes.
He is the guy for your long-term health care, and you can find him at madisonplans.com.
You know, maybe that's who the state should call
Mm-hmm.
to get long-term health care plans for the state and learn how to financially do things. I mean, that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
You're taking care of yourself individually.
Mm-hmm.
We vote, or some of us vote, not all of us vote, but those of us that vote expect, the legislature to figure out how to budget for long-term care
Yeah,
of the state.
that's right. But do they know how?
No,
They've never lived off a budget, have they?
No, they can't live on a budget. And, they when they come up with a budget that's different than what the money is, they just say, we'll raise taxes, but we'll tell them we didn't. It's sort of like school choice. Yeah, that's the thing here. We've done this. We did this last legislative session, and we're doing it again this legislative session. Okay. Last legislative session, we said that we're going to cut taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so this time in this legislative session, the lie is we're going to have education freedom and school choice. Never mind that anything under the bill is not education freedom or school choice. As we all, it's simple. Those are simple words to that I can understand. Many of our listeners can understand that basically if it's education freedom and school choice, and that's what we want, and you're saying that's what the people want, but the people don't support what you have because it's not what you're saying. And that's what the problem is. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
They say one thing and do another.
Exactly. I mean, and I listen to people that come on here and they keep saying, "Well, Chip, you just don't understand." I go, "What I do understand is if my money, and if I had 10,000 kids, and I wanted my 10,000 kids to decide where they wanted to go to school, that it would be just as simple as they decided they want to go to school there. And if there's room for them to go to that school, then they can go there. Then I've got to figure out how I'm going to take my 10,000 people that were kids, which can't afford. I'm going to have to figure out how to get them to those different schools, right? Okay. That's my job.
You need your own bus line.
Yeah, but see, the government is in the business of getting people to school too.
Yeah.
But in this bill, you're not responsible for that.
Yeah.
So that means that when that kid from South Jackson wants to go to Pearl High School,
it's kind of like the NIL thing.
Well, we're going to get to that. Hold on. Don't open all my cans of worms at one time. I only can eat one can at a time. So if you're going to say this guy from Pearl has got to go to school in or in Jackson, has got to go to school in Pearl. Okay. Then the NIL deal kicks in, and he's a great athlete. But you're going to tell him he can't make money for the first year because he's got to sit out a year if he transfers. And they go, that just makes sense. And I'm going, hold on. No, that doesn't make sense because that guy now has a lawsuit to go against the state for the transfer. Because when you transfer schools and then deny them the right to make money and somebody wants to pay them X amount of money, never mind, they only get to carry $10,000 of that money home now. That would pay for his transportation to get there through Uber, right?
Right.
And that would get him there.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the extra money he makes above that $10,000 goes into a fund that he can tap on when he's 18.
Yeah.
And that could actually pay for his books and go to college. But no, that's not the way that works.
What happens when these kids get tired and say, I just don't want to participate?
Well, that's exactly where we're headed. Look at it this way. Could you make enough money in high school football to where you didn't want to play college football?
Yeah.
I'm going to go to college and play and actually go play. I'm going to go to spring break and stuff like that. I got enough money in the bank from my junior and senior year. And the free car that I got that how do you work that deal? You work that deal to where the car's under $10,000, blah, 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 and the rest is in a trust fund. So
you can't buy a piece of junk for $10,000.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
I got a limo out there right now. You want to buy it for $10,000?
No.
But anyway, I just look at it all and just go, it's all about money. The state auditor that's coming in and needs today on the radio show with Clay, he knows about money. That's what he does. He looks at money.
Yep. He said that he found some daycares in Mississippi that did not prove that they had students there every day.
Well, my question to you is this, is why doesn't the state probably have somebody in the middle before the auditor has to get involved that looks at the oversight of these things?
You would think so.
Would that be the Mississippi Department of Human Services that is already in trouble for losing some money already? And then he goes after some people that were involved in that. And then they slap his hands about 10,000 times.
Yeah.
But he goes and it's the same thing in Madison County. You don't go for something in Madison County because Bubba Bramlett is a part of the Republican machine. Okay. So Bubba Bramlett is not going to let you prosecute. That's my biggest problem in the election crimes. We couldn't get Bubba involved in prosecuting election crimes. And my next question now is, why isn't Bubba in the middle of prosecuting the $2.7 million that the supervisors handed out to the wrong person that they said they got some of the money back? And we haven't heard who they got it back from.
And then they gave the person a raise.
And they gave the person a raise that lost the money, or sent out the money 4 different times. And, my big thing on that, on sending out the money, I would think that each time money was sent out from the supervisors, that there was probably a 3-2 vote to send that money out. And then your next connection is, now we're talking about Steen and his money, and the money that he may be making, may or may not be making off of gas, and all the contracts of the people that are tied to those contracts that they voted 3-2 to give on building roads. I mean, what did we do?
Snowballs.
Well, think about it. To do the Yandle Road project, 7 different contractors? I wonder where they're buying their gas. I mean, what the hell's going on? Why can't it be simple? You got one. This is one of those things where you go into a place and there's an office in Canton where there's a department that allegedly runs decent, but they have a checking account for everything. Every time a new account opens, they open a checking account for everything. They got 5-6 checking accounts going, and they said that's because we want to put this money aside for this, and we want to put this money aside for this, and this money aside for this. And I'm going, it doesn't work like that. You have one set of books. It doesn't matter where you put the money. You got to pay the bills. Period. When the bill comes due, you pay the bill. Okay.
Yep.
When you buy something, you buy something. Maybe the state should have to, like for instance, at a radio station in some of the markets, if you were a bar or a restaurant, you had to prepay your ads to be on the air. Okay. Maybe the state should have to buy things ahead of time and get it approved before they do something. And instead, we collect the money. See, the taxes are supposed to be like that. I mean, let's take a break. We'll be back because I think I'm coming to a brainstorm here on how to fix everything one time, right here on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB with Don McKenzie. A brainstorm here on how to fix everything one time, right here on the Chip Matthews Show.
1039 WYAB.
Have you thought about the cost of long-term care? In Mississippi, a home health aide can cost over $57,000 a year, and a private nursing home room can exceed $109,000 annually. Hi, my name is Cressley Pierce at Pierce Professional Agency. Long-term care insurance may help protect your savings and give you more options and peace of mind as you age. Learn how planning ahead could save you money and stress. Find me, Cressley Pierce, online today at MadisonPlans.com. That's MadisonPlans.com.
A new year means a new you with a new ride from Mazda of Jackson with our extended super sale. Chart your new course in a 2025 CX-5 before they're gone. Price to move with 0.9% financing for 72 months with approved credit. And see why it's the compact crossover that's built for you. Plus, get 1-year maintenance included on your new vehicle purchase. It's time to make the resolution to choose Mazda today. Shop online at MazdaJackson.com or visit Mazda Jackson on I-55 Frontage Road.
Get ready, Louisiana! Johnny's Pizza House is turning up the heat with our sweet the swamp pizza. Packed with crawfish, shrimp, a taste of crab, andouille sausage, bell peppers, onions, jalapenos, and a blend of Cajun spices, all smothered in delicious mozzarella cheese. It's the perfect bite of the bayou and the perfect meal for any Cajun crave. Try our Cajun Flint or dive into a sweet the swamp pizza bowl. A taste of Louisiana flavor is waiting on you. Let's share a slice today at Johnny's Pizza House.
Pops Auto Sales on Highway 49 in Florence is where you come to buy quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, priced to fit your budget. Stop by Pops Auto Sales today, where fair prices and superior service leads to satisfied repeat buyers. Or go to PopsAutoSalesLLC.com and browse our inventory and get pre-approved for zero-down financing with approved credit, with service contracts and warranties available. And guys, our truck inventory is one of the largest for any independent dealer, period. Pops Auto Sales, Highway 49 in Florence.
If you want the best health care, where do you go? go. The Mayo Clinic. If you want the best care for your vehicle, where do you go? Mayo Auto Clinic in Raymond. Mayo Auto Clinic does foreign and domestic vehicles and diesel repair. Mayo Auto Clinic has ASE certified techs with over 25 years of experience. You can extend the life of your car or truck when you take it to Mayo Auto Clinic. For cost-effective repairs and maintenance, go to the best, Mayo Auto Clinic. Open weekdays at 7 a.m. Highway 18 in Raymond.
When it's time to get serious about work-ready equipment, come see me, Noah Sullivan, at H&H Chief Sales in Carthage. From rugged Big Tex trailers to durable CM and Legend X truck beds, H&H has what your truck needs to work harder and last longer. For the field, H&H carries reliable ag equipment from Salford, New Leader, and Chandler. Visit H&H Chief Sales in Carthage today or anytime at hhchiefsales.com. H&H, quality equipment, knowledgeable service, and solutions that work as hard as you do.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
Yes, I am Chip Matthews. She is Dawn McKenzie. This is the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB on a day in which Shad White will be in later today. So I'm trying to get you people wind up and warm and going, but y'all, it's cold as ice out there today. Y'all got the call in yesterday right at 5 till 9. Oh,
Yeah.
well. But anyway, let me ask y'all this. Okay, so here we are. We got all this money flying around. Benny Thompson, every election cycle, and this was something that came up at trial when they were prosecuting Andrew Grant for state crimes, not the federal crimes, the state crimes of election integrity and voter fraud back in the day. And he pled guilty to the voter fraud. Okay. Didn't plead guilty to election integrity. I mean, not election intimidation. He didn't plead guilty to that, which of course carried a bigger sentence, and someone else had to do the time for that because they basically threw her under the bus. But when you look at it on what he did at the time, when he was pleading, he made a comment that there were something about Walmart cards and Benny Thompson, and in election time he would give out cards. Well, yesterday he's giving out $100,000 checks.
He gave out eight $100,000 checks to counties.
Some of them. Ooh,
What in the world's that?
that was Jeff Bezos. That's a yacht racing. No, he gave out $100,000 to a lot of these sheriff departments. In his district, they're in District 2, some money that he secured for them that, what would you say? I mean, what do you buy? Why do you show up with money and start giving it out at election time?
Yeah, and you don't hear from him, see from him, can't talk to him.
And he's so nervous this time around that, and then he's got a Democrat running against him who George Soros funded, allegedly, and you just look at it and go, did Soros cut you off, Benny?
Yeah, he's even making some public appearances. Let's see if anybody wants to go and meet Mr. Benny Thompson. You have the opportunity January 30th at 5:30 p.m. at his Jackson location, 3234 Medgar Evers Boulevard.
You know, that isn't his location. That belongs to us. That belongs to the people of this.
Well, this is what he says.
Yeah.
I'm inviting you to join me at my Jackson campaign office. Open house. Come meet the team. Share your thoughts.
Okay, if it's a campaign office, he's paying for that out of his pocket. We need to check on that. We need to check on that. Make sure he's not using the government building. For his personal gain.
He says, share your thoughts and connect with neighbors as we continue the work of serving our community together. He looks forward to seeing every one of us there.
And that's the 30th? What day is that? Friday?
What
day is
yes, that's Friday.
Oh, so what time is it?
at 5:30.
So 30 minutes before sunset in Jackson, Mississippi, they want you to come visit Benny on Gun and Knife Night that kicks off at 6 p.m. Let's see if we can slide in there and say hello to Benny. Hey, Benny, what you doing?
You got your pull.
You give out all that money to the sheriff's department. You give them money to the Hines County Sheriff's Department. So you ain't got no security down here, do you? I mean, when we look at that, why does the money start to flow? We know why it flows at election time, but it's flowing. And you got
But people are stupid to fall for it, and he knows that people fall for it. He knows how stupid his constituents are because he plays this game every 30. He's been doing it for 30 years.
Okay. If people knew what I knew about Benny Thompson coming to a certain club on Ferry Street back in 2004 at 3:30 in the morning, Big Sean wouldn't let me ID the young girl with Benny. Well, my next question to you is, was she being trafficked? Was she a part of the people that he was trying to put up, the children he was trying to put up in the Delta at the old casinos?
Yes. Wasn't that bizarre?
The question is, do we know if it took place or not? They were hiding kids everywhere. And the sad thing is, a business, when you show up with a check from the government, you're going to go, hey, thank you. And you have to understand, if it's not a press conference coming along with that check, don't take the check.
Yeah.
But Benny just throws our money around. And then, of course, we got Trump signs a bill. And, of course, everybody jumps on board and says that's for the money for the backwater pumps, right? Okay.
It's a total of 30 authorized projects with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers with a total of $184.1 million for 30 projects in Mississippi. And one of them, the Yazoo backwater pumps, $21.9 million, in the Archibutula Lake Dam. I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Right.
But anyway, all this money is coming into the state of Mississippi to do these water development and energy.
Do you think that the water development, the backwater pumps, can you take the pumps and generate energy off of the pumps? Is that why we're getting it? Think about it. Hydropower is a big thing.
Oh, I know.
Hydropower makes hydroelectricity.
But my concern about this is to keep your eye on the money.
Well,
because they will swindle it away and spend it everywhere else, but on these pumps that were promised to these families way back in the 1940s, I do believe, when the government talked them into selling their property.
If you're a part of the government and 90 years you've gotten away with stealing the money, well, aren't you looking for the plateau of 100? Don't you want to feel like you got it across the goal line? For generations, our family has cheated the government, and so we're going to get it across the goal line. So who have been in charge? Let's say Benny is what?
30 years.
30 years? 38 years? 30 years or 38 years? Benny's been in office for a long, long, long time, y'all. And they look at it from the standpoint saying, well, Benny's there to get us the Democratic side of the money that's available out there. And then the 4 Republicans, alleged Republicans, are up there to do the other. And I'm not happy with any of our congressmen. Why do we not? Why do we pretend like we have elected conservatives to run our government? Why do we pretend? Shad White is the only conservative I've ever seen in government. And he's basically pushing a pencil. I'm talking about elected statewide. I know we have some good state senators and we have some people that are conservative, but they don't work. They're very few of them work in statewide government.
Right.
And the money just constantly cannot be traced. The country, the only person that came out right off the bat when the soldiers got shot were the treasurer, David McRae. He came out quickly. Shad White, I believe he still works in the National Guard, doesn't he? He actually goes on guard duty.
He does.
Defending our country and defending our way of life. I mean, there are people that put their asses on the line for us to spend money and to watch our money and to do the right thing. And we sit here and sit back and let these bureaucrats try to sell us a story that is not the story. I mean, once again, you know, these senators are going, I don't think there's enough people behind this education freedom. That's just them saying, excuse me, y'all gave a lot of money out in the House. Y'all need to give some money out over here, you lobbyists, to the senators where we can get this bill passed. And because the people don't care what we pass, as long as we pass something and go home and don't have to go. Well, they don't care if we go into special session to fund the government next year. They don't care because we didn't get nothing done last year. What about the ballot initiative, y'all? What about something that gives the people back some power in this state? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, you can't, you know, I don't know how you do it. The taxes come first for the budget, or the budget comes before the taxes? Do you stay a year behind because you need to budget according to your money? Or do you know, for the projects? I mean,
well, they under budgeted everything. I mean, instead of blowing things up, if they
it's like
cut it down to the minimum.
Well, it's like, for instance, the trees in Ridgeland. The trees in Ridgeland. Okay, they needed to cut 7 acres of trees. Was it something like that? 7 acres of trees they were cutting in Ridgeland. The first bid came out at $300,000 or $400,000.
Yep.
And then he passed it off to a second guy who he subbed it. The guy that got the bid subbed it out to another guy for $200,000. And then that guy didn't want to do the work, so he was subbing it out to another guy whose bid was $100,000, who said he could do it for less than that.
Right.
You know?
All that on top.
And you just sit there and look at it and go, what does this mean?
It's so much waste.
What does this mean? What I mean, I know that it was an emergency. And look, these trees, I don't know if we got them down or not. I know that Mother Nature came through here and froze a bunch and brought them all down. And, you know, and then my next question to you is, before this storm hit, they started talking about all the areas that when the power went out, it was going to be a few days before we got it back on.
I'm 4 days in. I still don't have power.
I bet you they have power out at Amazon. Yes, they do. And that's the next question. Will we suffer when the state needed to produce 2.5 times more power than they already had to run these AI facilities? And if AI goes down, does that mean the internet goes down? They put that on Mississippi's back? They say, you know, in Mississippi, they just decided to cut the power off to the internet for a week. They just cut it off. They don't know nothing up there.
Down there.
Wherever. You just got to look at it and go, what are they thinking? You got to produce more power. To make more power, you needed more money. To make more money, the energy had to raise their tax, raise our
energy
bills. But it was actually our taxes to build them.
Yeah.
I mean, because the way you look at it is everything we put into something. I mean, all we do is we work. And then if bills go up on things that are controlled by the state, because see, the public utilities are allowed to make a certain percentage, but they're not allowed to make a lot, allegedly. That's why there's a public service commission to make sure they stay in line. And like years ago when WorldCom was going on and you had AT&T going on, they were doing everything they could to make sure WorldCom got put out of business.
Right.
Because AT&T had been around forever.
The untold truth.
The untold truth of everything. And I mean, think about it, y'all. It used to cost you $100 to call from Canton to Jackson. If you had a girlfriend and you were living in Canton, I know, and your girlfriend lived in Jackson, I mean, you could blow $100 bill back when $100 bill minimum wage was only $5. You blow $100 bill real quick in like 22 minutes. It was crazy. Yeah. You could call a girl in California for next to nothing, but you couldn't call a girl.
Call one in Jackson.
You couldn't call one in Jackson because the state. And the sad thing is the state controlled those prices back then. Really, they did, because if it's a public utility, the Public Service Commission controls that. So, like when they open-ended this energy contract to where they could put X amount of money into beefing up for the Madison County project, they left it open-ended. Then all of a sudden, everybody started open-ended, and all of these are these public-private entities that get this money to build these things. Yeah. I really, really, really could sit down and with somebody like Shad White and just go, "Excuse me, give me the real skinny. Give me the story. Give me the story that, I mean, because he has to play politics in the middle of all this, and because you can do it one way and then everybody would crush you, and that's what they've tried to do, is crush him with this Brett Favre. You can't touch Brett Favre. Well, excuse me, you can touch anybody that got the money. Anybody that got the money, and I mean, never mind the money was spent on a facility that was probably needed at Southern Mississippi. But the other side of that is, excuse me, something ain't right somewhere. And when it's not right, you should be allowed to question it without becoming a court case.
Right.
Okay. But if the powers that be are in thanks to Minnesota, we're not the largest scandal in the world.
Oh, they have us beat by several billions, don't they?
Yeah, they got us beat.
Well, Shad's still working on some stuff, so
Shad's still
might catch up with them.
I mean, we might catch up. I mean, we get more money than everybody because we get the Republican money and the Democratic money. I'm sure Minnesota doesn't get any Republican money from the federal government. Why do they all? One more time. School choice, education freedom should be exactly what it says it is, but it's not. They have 560 pages to explain to you that it is not exactly how you would understand it. And then last session, they told you, this is tax cuts. We're going to get rid of taxes. We're going to get rid of income taxes. Don't forget to file your taxes.
That's true.
Meanwhile, other places raising taxes, new city taxes. They opened up new loopholes where Gene got another penny for food. Penny
food.
Penny for the park.
Yeah,
penny for the park. I call
That's
them pennies
right.
for the park. We need to get a bucket at the front door of the restaurant where we can double up those pennies for him. But anyway, we'll be back with more right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie on WYAB. Where we can double up those pennies for him. But anyway, we'll be back with more right here on the show.
1039 WYAB.
Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is leveling up. A whole new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris is now open at the Reservoir at Beethoven's Boardwalk in Ridgeland, right next door to Cock of the Walk. And the new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris will have all of your old favorites too, like the Acme Dynamite Balls and Garlic Knots, and the best specialty pizzas ever, like the Pig, the Sergeant Pepperoni, the Serpent Turf, and lots more. Come to the all-new Acme Pizza and Daiquiris location on the Res in Ridgeland, next door to Cock of the Walk.
I'm speaking with Lee Bounds of Rapid Rate Mortgage. How does real estate agent Rita Jensen succeed when time is of the essence?
In today's market, it is so important to communicate and close on time. Typically have 30 days to close, get a home inspection, appraisal, title work, that kind of thing is a mortgage process. And a realtor relationship is so important. With a realtor like Rita Jensen with Remax Connection, she helps us to close on time.
RitaJensen.net.
Your roof is constantly exposed to the elements, battling dirt, algae, and stains. But with Watkins Construction and Roofing Roof Wash Service, you can keep it looking like new. A proprietary rooficide treatment is EPA approved, safe, and guaranteed to prevent algae from coming back for at least 2 years. No harsh chemicals, no damage, no black streaks. Just a clean, beautiful roof that lasts. Call Watkins Construction and Roofing at 601-966-8233 or visit nomoreroofstains.com today.
When you want your pine trees to grow a little happier and a lot healthier, call on Holcomb Aerial Service. When your crops need dusting, think Holcomb Aerial Service. From the farm to your own pine forest, Holcomb Aerial Service will stimulate growth, eradicate pests, and preserve the value of your crops. Call Holcomb Aerial Service at 601-668-6200. That's 601-668-6200.
Hey, this is John with MES. That's Mississippi Energy Services. We sell, service, and install all makes and models of home and business generators. One thing that we do different than a lot of other companies is we do all the work ourselves. We don't use subcontractors. We go from the original estimate, the design, to the final product. That way we can control the quality of the job from the beginning to the end. We are online at msenergy.us.
This is Jack Hoffman. For nearly 31 years, Tico Steakhouse has been a staple of fine dining in Jackson, Mississippi. Dad has long since desired for me to come work alongside him. And now that I'm here, I would like to invite you to come experience our family tradition of our hospitality, sizzling steaks, and healthy poured beverages. Our dining rooms are open and we are taking reservations. Our private rooms are also available along with takeout. Call today or stop in and experience Tico's in the second generation.
Tico's Steakhouse, East County Line Road in Ridgeland, 601-956-1030.
If you've grown up in Mississippi, there's a good chance that your parents, grandparents, or even great-grandparents did business with Junikers.
That's because my great-great-uncle, John Juniker, started Juniker Jewelry Company right here in Jackson 80 years ago. I'm Corey Ravenstein.
And I'm John Ravenstein, inviting you to join our family as we celebrate our 80th year as Mississippi's direct diamond importer.
I personally wanted to thank you for allowing Juniker Jewelry to be part of your family's most important moments year after year.
Decade after decade, and I still personally hand select every fine diamond we sell,
guaranteeing you the quality, beauty, and value that Junikers is famous for.
So come shop 10 times the diamonds, engagement rings, and fine jewelry you'll find in any other store in the state.
Come to Juniker Jewelry Company.
After all, we're practically family.
Juniker Jewelry Company, Mississippi's direct diamond importer. 1485 Highland Colony Parkway, just south of 463 in Madison, and JunikerJewelry.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
Welcome to Mississippi, the home of crime and corruption all over the state, where if you can get $1 out of the government, they will give you 2 if you will give them 1. Or they will take 3 and give you 2. And if you're a tax-paying citizen, you can pay for all of our trips, plus tax.
Yes.
Geez, come on. I mean, we got to do better. We got to do better. I don't understand why things can't be what they are. Glad to see I'm out of my funk.
Me too, because yesterday was miserable.
I mean, I was just like, I'd program TVs all day. That makes you brain dead.
Drab.
It makes you brain dead.
Yeah.
You know, having to put in the code.
Is what happened. I kicked you this morning and got you.
Yeah.
Got your mind back where it needs to be.
Me. That's right. You kicked me. Yeah. 19 degrees in New Florence, Missouri, where Wendell Ladner is this morning. 19 degrees. What did I call
thought he was just in Mississippi the other day.
Yeah, he came and ate a steak out at the restaurant.
He flew in just to have dinner with us.
Most people do.
Yeah.
You know.
And then flew right on back to Missouri.
I hear that special Republicans will be flying in soon.
Special?
Yeah. And they're with the election integrity missions. And they're going to have a function at our restaurant.
Yes.
What day is that?
February 19th.
February 19th. It's an event that'll be going on. It'll be the Fight event. I want you all to come out
and
learn a little bit about election integrity.
There's also one in Oxford
the next day.
Yeah, that you and I are emceeing.
Yes, we are the MCs for that event. And election integrity is the most important thing we have not got in Mississippi. But we got to get it.
Yeah.
We got to get it.
Got to get that under control.
And a lot of people don't understand that. And also the integrity of following the money. We realize we have the man, that's Shad White. He will be on with Clay today. And y'all call him up, wear him out, let him know. Because he knows the answers to all the questions. Meanwhile, he's having to deal with the legislature. I mean, you go for the Supreme Court and you're in this situation where you're going, Why don't y'all work together? Because I want to be governor, Lynn says. But anyway, and so does Shad. But anyway, that's going to do it for us. Say goodbye, Dawn.
Goodbye, Dawn.
I'm Chip Matthews. See you tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. The Clay Edwards Show is next.